Can everyone hear me? My internet seems to be rather disappointing as usual. Hey Nix, how's it going? JD's, good luck. Fingers are crossed for you. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. How's everyone doing today? Hey Brian, how's it going? Yeah, I know all about that. It's a Friday, you think you're going to be hardly working, and it turns out that you're doing exactly the opposite. Yeah, Brian, I understand that. I woke up to snow. Luckily, it didn't actually stick to anything, so it's not terrible out here. I think it's in the low 40s now, so snow stopped. Nothing on the ground. It's supposed to be in the mid to upper 40s tomorrow and 50s on Sunday, so we're going to get out and have some fun. It is cold in my office, though. There is no heat in this place. Yeah. Hence the jacket and the hat. So while I'm waiting for more people to join, so we are going to give two sets of MIPS drivers away. So they look like this. It'll be a set of 2.5 millimeter, 2 millimeter, and I believe 1.5 millimeter. Yep. So you'll get all three in the kit. But before we give two sets away, I did have some questions about the merchandise, so I'm going to cover that real quick. Whew. Good deal. One of my colleagues is in the Northeast. I think he's in New Jersey. He said that it's finally starting to subside up there, so. All right, I'll turn it up some. Yeah, that's not any good. 20s is better than 10s, but it's still miserable. I'm not a cold kind of guy, so had enough of that in the military. So yeah, real quick, I did set up the merch store. There are two logos, the primary logo and the secondary logo. I have no idea why everything's white, but if you click on something, you can see like this shirt here, you can actually change colors. So it's not just white. Some of these appear to be expensive, like this $27 t-shirt, but I didn't want to purchase or put up cheap stuff that was going to last a couple of wash cycles and then fade or become unusable. So everything that has been selected here is more premium quality. There's men, men clothing, women's clothing, and then there's some accessories as well, stickers and caps and things of that nature. So again, this is the second logo. You can see it's got the little four-wheeler on it, and then the primary logo is the Anderson Bros Outdoors. So regular logo, I guess. But you can change different colors with this too. So like there's the red hat or the black. I've ordered a desert tan hat, actually 2 of them, and then I've ordered some of this other stuff too. I just haven't gotten it yet. So that would be why it's in the 20s till Tuesday. Alright, so we're going to do the first drawing. Like I said in the video, there will be 2 drawings to determine 2 winners. The first drawing, if you will, is going to pick the comments. And then the second drawing is to pick the winners. So let's see. We're going to go to the comment picker. Let's go over here and copy the video URL. Refresh the page a couple of times so you know that I'm not cheating. Paste the video URL in there, number of winners, include replies, and then the word is going to be hashtag TABO900. And let's submit it. So this is going to pick 2 people that go into the next drawing. The next drawing is going to be picking the official winners. So we have 2 candidates moving on: Betty Angel Bella 6189 and Ty Joe and Maddie Mo. So let's copy these. Alright, so the second drawing is going to be a wheel spin, and the wheel spin is going to determine the actual winners. So let's see. We're going to put these 2 users in there, and then we're also going to put the users from the TABO club inside of here and do 2 drawings. Maybe. Find that list, huh? There we go. And then there was one more. Sea Dog Jack. Right. Hey Keith, how's it going? Hey Drave. He said, I guess I'll buy my own set. Sorry, dude. I really wish I could buy a set for everyone. I like giving stuff away. It's a lot of fun. Alright, so we will pick the first winner. We're going to spin the wheel. Good luck, everyone. That looks like Springer is the first winner. Congratulations. I know how hard it is for hobbies and people that are trying to do it, especially with the economy the way it is now. I'm not going to get into all of that, but it's just, it can be painful for some people. So anything that I can do to bring some joy, that is what I'm going to do. So especially with these MIP tools. These are probably the best tools I've used. I think this 2mm got one small chip in it, and I've had it for, I don't know, 6 or 7 months. I use it every day. So again, congratulations, Mr. Springer. Let's remove him so he doesn't win twice, and we will spin again in a minute. Does anyone have any big plans for the weekend? Well, I guess, is it warm enough anywhere to go crawling? Yeah, I believe it. They're just great quality, and if you don't use it a ton, then it'll last forever. I use mine, like I said, almost every day, tinkering with stuff. So they've lasted really well. I had a $25 set of the Traxxas tools, and they lasted about a week. And I stripped out the 1.5 and 2mm heads. I had to cut them off, and then I bought another set and the same thing, and I just said, you know what, I'll just buy some MIPs. Oh, nice, Dave. Disc golf's fun. I'm terrible at it, but I've done it once or twice. There's a big course here in Kansas City where a lot of people come to play. It's out by Westport. Yep. Congrats, James, on being a winner. Let's go ahead and spin for the second one. Oh, there it is. Betty Angel Bella 6189. Congratulations. Yeah, I've heard there's been a lot of people that come here to play. I've never, I don't know, I guess I've never known anyone that I could go play with. I'm sure I could change that, but so I did just order the rest of the stuff to do some testing on motors. By testing, I mean testing the RPM of them, different motors and ESCs. I'll probably end up using a single motor throughout the ESC testing, and then I'll use a single ESC throughout the motor testing. Oh, nice. I mean, it seems like it's a pretty fun sport. I mean, it's super, I wouldn't say cheap, but the little discs aren't super expensive, so it's pretty easy to get into, and it's free. I know there's a lot of places around here to go, so it's kind of like crawling, except without the cheap part. So, has anyone bought a stance yet? I would be curious to see what your feedback is on the truck. Oh, nice. It looks like Sorka just banned the megalithic tires from competing. Shocker. So I will tell you, throughout my ESC testing, the Mamba Micro X2 is, I don't want to say inadequate, but its ability to turn the motor in what other ESCs like AM32 would turn in sine mode, it's just not there. So you could have the same exact motor and an AM32 ESC versus the Mamba X2, or the Micro X2, excuse me. And the Micro X2 will turn it at 2 to 3 times the rate minimum the other ones will. So, the Zoku chassis is something that I haven't picked up yet. I need to, but I just haven't. So, that's a future build for sure. That is a pretty high kV motor though for that ESC. Even with an 1800 kV motor, I still don't get very good slow RPM out of it. It cogs real bad and doesn't want to move. Yeah, the Rhino 80 will be good. So it's interesting too. Like I can actually show you what that's like. So this truck is the Rhino 80 amp here is connected to a 2040 kV Holmes Hobby motor, and right now I'm running it with the radio link setup. It's not ideal, but I have 10 more receivers from my Noble coming. Just haven't got them yet. But you can see here that like when you're barely pressing the throttle, I'm trying to get it all in this frame. Well, I'll just show you the motor. You can see the motor. So this is sine mode. So if I had the Mamba Micro X connected to this truck, and this is about as slow as I could get it to go. But you can see here, I mean, the motor is turning. It's like, I don't know. It's very good. It does seem like coming in and out of sine though, it does jump around some. Like it goes from, we'll say, 50 RPM to 150 RPM. I don't know if it's that sporadic, or that much of a difference, but it's still there. And then, yeah, it's a good ESC. So it is interesting though. I was actually crawling with it yesterday, and I was using 4S, so I have this 4S 1500 battery, and there were instances where it would bind real bad and it would cog real bad even in sine mode. So I don't know. I've not actually had that problem. Ironically enough, I haven't actually had that problem with this cheap 35 amp ESC. And I'm going to turn off the fan and plug this in and show you what that looks like. So this one's running on my Noble. Yeah, we know. And then you can see the startup on this one. It's going to be a little more challenging, but because it has a plate in it. It sounds like it's cogging, but it's actually the spur and pinion mesh. For some reason, I messed up the spur gear when I put it on here, or excuse me, I messed up the spur gear, and I had to order some. So it sounds really bad, but it's not. And then coming out of sine mode, it's just really smooth. Whereas the 80 amp ESC is not. It's really not smooth. I don't know how else to say it. It's just interesting. So I have some other ESCs on order. I have some other ESCs here that I still haven't tested. Between real life and the other stuff, no, I have not. That's one of the things that I am working on getting, is the Furitek Python. And what's really cool about the Furitek, and I was hoping that incorporated in the Python, is their little digital dash display. So the 35 amp one I got off Alibaba or AliExpress. It is a Aria. Actually, I don't want to open that one because it's not mine. I'll go grab it. So here we go. I'm just gonna, we're done with that. So the 35 amp is actually this one. It's a DYS Aria. I'll post a link to it in the community. The only problem, like I said, with this one is that it has no heat sink, and so this is actually the one that caught on fire. I have been using it in the VRD carbon with no issues with a fan, and it runs really well. I'm impressed with it. I think in order to eliminate a lot of the heat, you have to run 3S instead of 4S, but with a fan on it, it doesn't really matter. You almost did, Ty. You almost did. The other thing, though, is that most of these ESCs don't come with a Beck. And so I got like 20 of these external Becks that weigh next to nothing. I don't know. Let me see. These are 3 amp outputs, and they weigh, they weigh 5 grams. So the ESC itself weighs 7 grams, the Beck weighs 5 grams, and then if you put a fan on it, which I would recommend, a fan or a heat sink at the minimum, it'll probably increase to, I don't know, 15 or so grams. And the XLX2, or the Micro X2, excuse, I don't know why I keep calling it XLX2. The Micro X2 ESC weighs 25 grams by itself without the Beck. So I'm also working on a display, my own display for some of my scale trucks. I'm hoping that I can have that done within the next few weeks, but I don't know, we'll see what happens. So let's see. Either way, congratulations to Betty Angel Bella 6189 and James Springer. Appreciate you. Thanks for everyone. And it looks like my stream is not working anymore, so I'm going to end it here. Thanks everyone for the support, and we'll have another video come out tomorrow morning. Have a good weekend.